When did you find out about this?
I first found out early in the week, and I talked to Gene Smith, and just as shocked as everybody. But I think, from my understanding, is the transparency. Chase and his family have been very forthright, which is the key whenever dealing with NCAA issues. He's working with Ohio State, with the NCAA to get this thing wrapped up. My understanding is, once again, the most important thing is transparency, honesty. He realized he made a mistake. This is what I always appreciate about a guy like Chase. He made a mistake, he owned it, and he's working to get it corrected.
Yep. One game he will be out, at a minimum, one game out for Maryland. After that, it's Rutgers. And there's a little thing out there, though, that he asked for a loan to help his girlfriend fly out in December, is what it's sounding like right now. But Reggie, there's this thing out there called the Student Athlete Opportunity Fund that would have taken care of this issue.
Yeah, and it would have helped them out. And this is something that I just found out about, because I never knew about this. But again, I cringe when I hear these kinds of things, because for me, I'm always going to side with the players, right? And this is why the rules need to get changed immediately for issues like this, for guys like Chase Young, because it's unfortunate, because we're still talking about a possibility and he's going to miss some games. So I think it's going to affect his Heisman race. When we stood up here 2 weeks ago and we put him in the Heisman race, it's going to affect him in that situation. But in this game against Maryland and Rutgers, I don't know if they're going to miss him as much. I think they'll still be able to handle business.
Again, it's only a one-game suspension
only one
right
game
now, so
right
it's only
now.
Maryland.
Yeah, I think they'll be able to still handle business against Maryland and Rutgers.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned the Heisman race, and it's really unfortunate because he had picked up so much steam and momentum from that Wisconsin game, and we know he's the best player, the most dominant player in football, but that game really, I think, opened the eyes of all of us and just to say, wow, we need to know and look at Chase Young in this race. And now when you miss a game or two, and we're speculating here, it certainly is going to affect his chances of winning the Heisman, especially being a defensive player. But I would just say this, when he comes back on the football field, he is going to be a man on a mission, because he already is, but this is upsetting, and I'm sure it upsets him. He's going to come back with more vengeance.
For a player outside of the quarterback to win a Heisman, you have to do something historical.
Absolutely.
If you would have had a chance to break the single-season sack record, that probably would have meant something. These were two games, or at least a game, that could have padded his stats. But, you talked about when he comes back. This Ohio State team's the #1 team in the country right now, okay? And Coach can probably speak to this. Sometimes, this can be something that actually players rally around. I think we all up here kind of realize he made a mistake, but this isn't that as big of a deal. This might be something where when he does come back, kind of lights a fire up under this team a little bit, and they play with a little bit something extra because of, potentially playing with them out for a game, maybe 2 games, whatever it ends up being.
So let me ask this question. Let me pose this question to everybody on this desk. Should he come back? Do you think he should come back?
Absolutely.
From suspension and play? Because he's already the #1 draft prospect.
I think that's great, Reggie. Here's what I think's happened in the last 5, 6, 7 years is that if you're playing at #1 or you're playing for the college football playoff, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think you should come back anyway.
Yeah.
And I dealt with when Nick Bosa left our team last year, and I understand why. I absolutely understand. You're talking about the top 5 player pick, $30 million. But the trend right now is, as long as you're in the hunt for the big prize, he'll come back. Yeah. And I just think Chase loves his team. He'll come back and give everything he's got.
It's not an easy thing to answer, though.
Right.
I think that's why we kind of pause. He's a defensive player, could get hurt, losing out a lot of money. He's the best overall prospect there is in college football. There's no doubt about it.
So again, Chase Young out, one game for now against Maryland tomorrow on Fox.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here. College football on Fox.